Y'all, it's your boy HBK Triz.
And Gigi.
You already know what it is, WWE fans, stand up. Yes, sir. Back at it again. It's my birthday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop, whoop. As soon as you see me all gussied up, we just came from...
Happy birthday.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? For my birthday, I just want a bunch of subscribers. So if you're watching this video, you better subscribe, bro. I only get one time this year. I get to beg for it. This year, beg for it. The button is free. Click it. It's my birthday, man. We just went from we just had a good breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, you know what? Let's get some WWE going on. And this is top 10 WWE wrestling finishers. So lame. You'll laugh. And I'm like, it's my birthday. I want to laugh. So let's do something just funny. You know what I'm saying?
Funny and silly.
Exactly. So let's just get into it. You ready, Gigi? I got this guy. Let's go. Oh, the choke slam.
A wrestler's finishing maneuver should be the biggest, boldest move they have in their arsenal. Moves such as the RKO, the tombstone, or even the pedigree work.
Ooh, what's your favorite one?
My favorite was the Undertaker's old classic where he would grab the person's arm and walk on the rope.
Ooh, and then...
Yeah.
That was your favorite?
Yeah.
I think probably, I mean, of course, Swing Chit, music, pedigree, RKO.
Oh, the spear.
I think the...
Only Edge's spear, though.
Edge's spear. The coldest one to me was
His
the
hair
Kofi
goes
Kingston
flapping.
one. Kiss to Paradise or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you can't go along with the Chris Masters. You know what I'm saying? Where he just put you in a full Nelson. Master lock. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
So well because they have built up a reputation for being deadly in the sense
The
that
Last
they actually
Ride.
finish
Isn't that what it was
matches.
called?
The Last Ride.
Yeah,
There we go.
It just came to me.
Hey, comment down below. That's the question of the day. Comment down below your favorite wrestling move, signature move. You know what I'm saying? I see the HBK sign back there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was meant to be for me to pause right there. Boom.
A wrestler's finishing maneuver should give them a sense of identity, and their finishing move in question should be one of the most important
the
things
Stone
a
Cold
wrestler has
Stunner.
in their overall presentation. However, sometimes a wrestler's finisher can be so lame that it's met with utter silence. Now, this could be the end for a wrestler,
so
as if their
sad.
finisher their
I know,
match
it's
is
so
set with
weak.
silence.
Dang, that was a good
even
one.
A groan, it
That
shows
The
that
Rock?
they are truly
Yeah.
struggling.
Dang, look what Rock with all that hair on
Lots
his head.
of hair. Floppy hair.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of hair on Rock's
Yeah.
head. Sheesh.
Connect with the audience. Plus, some may not even look believable
MVP.
enough to finish
MVP
off a match.
was-
Is that Jack Swagger?
I think that. I'm sorry for
Yes.
pausing, y'all. That is Jack Swagger, and that's MVP, man. MVP used to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I used to like MVP. 1, 2. You better start ticking, tick, tock. Your time to start. Something like that. I'm coming. Man, that song used to go crazy, man.
But with that being said, here are
Let's
10
go
of
to
the most
lamest.
lamest finishing maneuvers in WWE.
I'm ready to laugh,
history.
man. Hey, make sure you subscribe. We're gonna be on YouTube live right about. Oh, I was about to
Be
go
sure to
crazy.
subscribe and hit that notification bell for
Subscribe to them
daily
too.
wrestling videos.
Catching the boot. Cobra strike.
Oh,
Is that Martino?
Particular order,
Santino.
they just all.
Martino.
No,
Santino.
Santino Marella.
That was his signature move?
Yeah, the little snake, the little bite.
That was so weak.
Lame. Number 10, the Great Khali. the
Brain chop.
My God, Cole, look at the big this man is. Look at how he's.
Because Undertaker
When
tall.
the Great
Undertaker's like
Khali
almost 6
debuted
foot
in
11, something like that.
2006, Fans expected him to
They're
have
both
a
tall. Look at
devastating
that.
finisher.
Yeah.
After all, Khali was a 7-foot man who looked like he could snap another wrestler with his bare
Undertaker's not that
hands.
far
But
below
when
him.
Khali
That's what I'm
made-
saying. Undertaker's like 6'10 or something like that. He could have been hooping. Both of these guys should have been on the court.
Yeah.
But the brain chop.
made his pay-per-view
don't
debut
remember
at
that.
Judgment
No.
Day 2006 in an infamous match against the legendary Undertaker, fans soon realized that Khali simply couldn't wrestle. Naturally, his finishing move was as lackluster as his wrestling. His finishing move
He was
would
just
simply
big.
be a chop to the head.
Watch yourself here.
I remember that. That move was
In
weak.
fact, you could add this maneuver with a few sound effects.
That move was weak. That was weak.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna rank these. We're gonna rank these throughout the whole thing. I don't know. This is the first one. Well, Martino's or Santino's or this one. I don't know. I'm gonna go with his over Santino.
You are?
Little snake bite with the hand. I'm gonna go his last. Khali.
I guess, cause the gimmick of it just makes it more funny.
Yeah, I'm saying like a slap on the head is lame, but like the snake bite is bad,
With
bro.
the little
I'm sorry.
sock.
That's bad. That's bad.
and it would look even less devastating.
What's going on here? Oh, what a shot!
Yeah.
What a job.
What a chop.
Right hand.
I'm dead.
Notably, he pinned several top names such as The Undertaker and Kane with this awful
I mean, he's a
move.
big dude.
He's a big
Interestingly,
dude. He
on
doesn't
an
need
episode
to
of
do
Something
too
to
much.
Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, he revealed that the chop, despite looking lame, hurt like hell due to the force Khali swung his arm.
Oh, snap.
Pritchard added
Yeah.
that one time Khali performed a chop on him backstage, and his neck hurt for weeks after
Dang.
taking the
Yeah, he's
move.
probably a
He's
big
big,
hand.
and
Yeah.
his hand is huge.
Number 9, John Cena, the 6th move of
Which
doom.
one is that one? Is that the one we go? That?
John Cena has become infamous for having the 5 moves of doom, one move more than Kevin Nash's arsenal of moves. The 5 moves of doom is the idea
oh
that
yeah.
Cena only has 5 moves in his arsenal, but that's enough for him to seemingly win every match.
Attitude adjustment.
Okay.
Cena wins.
Despite this, in 2018,
It's not the most
Cena
flashy.
finally
It's
debuted.
definitely it's definitely not the coolest.
Yeah, I'll say it's not the most intricate, flashy.
Yeah.
So I could see why someone would put it on this list.
It's definitely the best out of all these so far. though. I'll give it that. It's not.
It's just
It's
iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay. It's not as lame.
Move, and appropriately named it the 6th move of doom.
A new maneuver that has a true foundation in Chinese culture.
Man, his
The
range
move
is
was
popular.
promoted prior on social media, and fans were expected to be blown away by the move, as Cena had certainly got a lot better.
Oh, he was
in
hyping it up?
recent years.
Cena building momentum. Second rope.
Wow.
However, during
Okay, we put that 6 move alone was kind of like it's like a bootleg RKO type. It looked like he was about I didn't like
Okay.
I didn't like that one, Cena.
I
I,
didn't
didn't
like that one.
I did not like
Super
that.
Showdown pay-per-view in 2018,
He was
Cena would
hyping
finally
it up.
perform the
Facts,
move,
like y'all.
and it was simply one of the lamest moves in WWE history.
Oh
You're
no.
gonna see it, do you? Oh my gosh! Send it to a toe.
What?
What?
Cena began by doing a bizarre cross with his arms. He then proceeded to throw a basic work punch at Elias in the match, and that was it.
Oh
Fans
no.
in attendance
Oh no, Cena. Oh no. No more creating new moves. No, bro. No more. That was the other move? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. That was trash. Did
I
he
thought the
scream?
butt one was bad.
The butt one was trash, but that scream into the punch. Ah. Yeah, he's getting old.
Gotta channel all your power.
He's getting way too old. Cena, you're getting old, bro. You're getting
didn't know
old.
what to make of the move, as it was truly awful.
That's weird.
It was made even worse
And
that
the
Elias had to
scream.
sell a basic work punch as a finishing move, and it just came across as comedic rather than impactful.
That was
The move
bad.
was supposed to tie in with Cena doing a movie with Jackie Chan, but many fans failed to make this connection. Number
Yeah, I
8,
would
the
have failed to
Berserker
make the
over the
Yeah.
top rope throw. In 1991,
Okay.
WWE debuted the Berserker.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay, well,
No, that was bad.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that punch one was worse than the butt one.
That was bad. I think I would put that behind, in front of Khali.
I know. I'm still Khali still got the best one so far. I'm still giving Santino the worst one. John Cena and then Khali, bro. Khali.
John,
Berserker.
keep
The
that in
character
your
was a
pocket.
living,
Yeah, don't do that
breathing
one
wrestler
again.
Viking. Things don't change in the WWE, do they?
A living
Despite the
Viking.
gimmick being an interesting idea for the time, he was very much a comedic character, and his finishing move expressed this.
Be about 6'7",
You gonna skirt?
6'8".
The Berserker's finishing move
That's
would
it.
involve him throwing his opponent over the top rope and winning by countout. Yeah, you heard that right, countout. One of the worst ideas for a finishing move that
No.
WWE have ever
I mean,
come
that's
up
kind
with.
of.
The character was actually kept around for 2 years, and the Berserker even had a shot at Bret Hart's WWE title, which he obviously failed to win.
Yeah, it's kind of.
That's not for me.
I mean, honestly, it would be
That's
lit.
a 10 for me, dog. A 0 for me,
It's
actually.
0 for me, dog. I mean, throw his ass out, bring him back in the ring, and throw him back out. I mean, that's kind of lit. But throw him out, you know.
And just wait till... No.
Yeah, that's kind of whack. That's kind of whack.
I don't like that one.
I don't like that one at all. I don't know where I rank it, but I don't like it. Santino's still worse for me.
This might have to go in front of Santino for me.
Yeah, you think it's worse than the snake fight?
Because at least he adds some pressure.
He hit your pressure point. True. He just picking up. I'm still gonna put Santino left. This is funny. This is funny. Yeah,
Number
that was
7,
weird.
Wade Barrett, Wasteland.
Wade Barrett.
Mark my words, I am going to become WWE champion here.
Okay.
Wade Barrett had all the tools to be
Let's
a
see what
massive
Wade Barrett
star.
come out.
He received an instant main event push upon debuting on Raw as part of the Nexus stable.
yeah.
Many fans
Hmm.
expected
remember
Barrett
that.
to win the WWE title in 2010, as it was over as hell, cut great promos.
If I don't win this match, I fire you tonight.
It
Wow.
was great in the ring. Despite this, one
What's
of
his
Barrett's
move, though?
downfalls was his
Golly.
finishing move.
Wade Barrett, 416 pounds. Mark Henry slammed to the mat.
That's impressive.
And
His
16
finishing move would be called the Wasteland, and it would involve Barrett getting his opponent in a fireman's carry before awkwardly rolling them into the mat with little to no force.
That ain't bad though.
That's not that bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's number one so
I'll
far. That's the
take
best
that.
one.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that over Khali. I'll take that over Cena. I'll take it over the freaking Viking. Yeah, that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
And it looked like a wrestler had a soft landing, and it couldn't have possibly hurt.
I mean, it's kind of
The
weak, but
reaction
they
of the crowd was
But-
compared to
met
the
with a bit
others.
of an awkward
There's some
silence.
sass
The
to
move was
it.
so
Yeah.
Not
anticlimactic.
Randy.
At least to Barrett's credit, he would go on to use the bullhammer elbow,
Okay, it could get worse.
An
which was
elbow
much
to the
better and
face.
matched
I
his
mean,
That ain't bad.
fighting background. Number 6, Eva Marie, sliced.
No. I think his is number one now. Like,
yeah,
he got the best
I
one.
think his is number one.
Even the
so
elbow.
not that bad.
Not that bad.
And then Khali.
Then Khali. Then Cena.
And then it just kind of gets great.
Yeah, it gets great. Oh yeah, because the Viking over here. He's straight.
John Cena's was nasty.
Yeah, that's that. Ah! John Cena getting too old, bro. He should not be on this list. It's disrespectful.
Oh no.
Who the world is Eva Marie?
Eva Marie was the redhead girl. They brought her in when the Bella twins were still
Okay.
here, and I think that they wanted to make her a part of it, but they
Sliced
didn't.
bread.
I don't know what.
Oh, what in the world is a sliced bread?
Bread.
And now Seth Rollins.
Oh, that's nasty.
The sliced bread is one of the coolest wrestling moves of all time. It
Oh,
involves
that's
the
what
wrestler
it's
putting his
supposed to
opponent
look
in
like.
a face
Oh.
lock before either running in the turnbuckles
That's nice.
That's nasty.
or naturally performing a backflip and driving the opponent down to the canvas.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
It
sick.
should be performed by someone incredibly athletic for it to look good.
Well, she's not athletic.
Look at this.
Oh, boy,
Did
just hit
you
a,
see
hit a
that?
split.
Yeah.
It's for the DCC.
Damn.
God.
The DCC, the jumping splits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, God, and he's still in it. That's
We gotta
wild.
see that one more time.
Yeah, no
'Cause
diddy, yo. That was crazy.
That was good.
The canvas.
What?
The move has to be performed by someone incredibly athletic for it to look good.
Look at that fire.
Into the, ugh, and he stayed in it.
Dang.
For instance, if you look at how Brian Kendrick performs the move, that's how you execute it to perfection.
Okay.
Right there, the Brian Kendrick.
Perfect. Ugh, and he got some
Got
air.
some
on it.
air. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Eva Marie used this as a finisher, and it looks pretty awful.
This is incredible. Now,
Okay.
finally, I have a badass finisher.
Eva struggled to get the headlock on clean, never mind executing the rotation.
She's learning how to win.
I mean,
What?
She
I
would set up
mean,
the turnbuckles
think
for the
she
move as if she
tried.
was stepping on lava. It was executed so poorly that it actually received laughs from the live audience during a time in NXT. Number 5, Kelly Kelly.
I don't know. It's not worse than those first.
It's not bad.
It's
I
not
just
bad.
don't. She needed more time.
Yeah,
with
she
it.
needs some more oomph, get some
Yeah.
more air with it.
Yeah, I think you gotta get like a running start and take the ropes like fast.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though. You could clearly see she was tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she was trying.
I was expecting. I thought I was gonna laugh real hard, but that wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
Kelly kick. That's a lot of K's. Okay.
Kelly kick.
And is that Nikki or Brie, Cole? Doesn't matter. That's Kelly Kelly.
Ain't no
Kelly
way,
wasn't the
dog.
best women's wrester in the world.
I was
but
like,
she
that's
did indeed
it?
try to get
I was about to say, I was like, if that's it, how's that a finishing move? I am so dead.
Years went on. Despite this, her finishing move remained as one of the worst finishes of all time.
This little helper making Santa proud.
The move involved Kelly running up to her opponent as if she was going
And
to perform
steps
a
on their
Seth
back.
Rollins style curb stomp, then step up and perform a leg drop
I
across
mean-
the back.
I don't think
Let me see it one more time. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I don't know. What you think? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to put this one. I really don't. This one's a hard one because it's like I guess in her head that seemed cool. Like stepping on someone's back and then landing on their head, but like the execution of it is bad. Like if someone described that to you, it sounds way cooler than what it actually is. That's kind of weak.
You know, I think it's just in the middle of the bunch.
It's like you said, it's in the middle. It's not
I
up
don't
there.
have much to say about this one.
I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give the other girl the sliced bread over this one though.
Because sliced bread, I think, really tried.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's in the middle.
She got up there.
She got up there. She did get up there. She got up there.
Yes.
Good night, Biggie.
The move looked so poorly when Kelly executed it.
Yeah, that
fans
looked
realized
whack.
that it was an actual finishing move. Ultimately, the move looked poor because the execution was slow and sloppy.
Yeah, now that the more that you see him, yeah, that one's bad. It's some of them she's barely getting in the air with it. It's like, yeah, okay. He needs to stop showing them to us.
Ultimately, it looked like it wasn't remotely painful for her opponent to receive it. Number 4, Vicky Guerrero.
Cougar Splash?
Not Vicky. Don't do my girl Vicky like this.
Facts, get Vicky Guerrero.
Brought us through a lot of hard times.
Shout out to Vicky Guerrero, a legend. Cougar Splash is a crazy name, though. Cougar Splash.
No fury over a woman scorned.
That's right, Vicky.
Guerrero
Yes.
exceeded
You
all
tell
expectations in a
him.
role
Let's
of
go,
managing
Vicky.
talents such as Edge and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yeah. She did.
Not the Cougar necklace.
Even over-delivered in a role as GM of both Raw and SmackDown.
Let's just shake on it.
Now, Vicky Guerrero is a legend in the wrestling game, bro. Like,
She's
for real,
iconic.
I don't remember her wrestling like that, though. But I remember her.
She did for a little bit. And then she, I think she managed Lay Cool, and then she had a feud with them, and then she managed Edge, Dolph Ziggler.
Dang.
Vicky did a lot.
Shout out to Vicky.
Did a lot.
I don't. Cougar Splash. Ooh! Wake him up!
There was some
Whenever Vicky
force
had matches,
behind
Ooh,
that.
her back.
always terrible. Now, Vicky wasn't a trained wrestler, so naturally her in-ring work was going to be laughable.
Not the
Vicky's
shoe.
Not the
finisher would
shoe.
be called a Cougar Splash or the Hog Splash, as Michael Cole called it. But it was Vicky paying tribute to her late great husband, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
However, the splash was terrible. The move would be performed during the women's match at WrestleMania 26, where Vicky
Yeah, shout out to Eddie Guerrero. Heck yeah.
Guerrero had to
Are
be
they
up to
helping
the
her?
top rope so she wouldn't lose
She
her
looked like somebody's
balance.
mama up
She
there.
would awkwardly jump to the ground and then do a splash to make it appear like she just had done the splash from the top rope.
Go ahead, get your move, Vicky.
It was made even
That dude looked like somebody's mama. They just put her in the ring. Just
Bring your mom to work day.
facts,
For
bring them
real.
on to work day. That's for sure what that is.
But I
Worse
can't
than Kelly.
hate because I know that she wasn't really a wrestler.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not gonna put her last.
Yeah, and I feel like this fits her persona in the WWE.
Yeah, like just a non-wrestler in the wrestling world.
just.
Oh no, so far none's
So
touching
I can't do my girl Vicky like that. She's got to be somewhere
in the middle.
Yeah.
No one's touching that snake one. That one just had me dead. Like that's.
Kelly was defeated at WrestleMania in a 10-diva tag match. Kelly was positioned as the top female talent at the
there's
time,
Chicken
so her
Kelly.
being pinned at
Yes.
WrestleMania by Vicky to one of the worst looking finishes ever was not a great booking decision.
Yes, Vicky.
Yes.
Number 3, Brian Saxton, Saxtonation.
Saxton
Brian
Nation
Saxton
is
is one of
wild.
our fans for his decent commentary and his genuine appeal
That's
as a
him?
great human
I
being.
guess so. I never
However,
heard of him.
Saxton's wrestling abilities weren't the most appealing trait he had to offer.
Bro don't even look like a real human being. I don't know why he looks like a template of a video game. It's something about that edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, look like it's like the first black dude you get on WWE, and you're just trying to make him look different.
Saxton was part of season 4 of NXT with Dolph Ziggler as his pro.
It's some sideburns.
Saxton, WWE Tag Team Champions, huh?
Saxton would be infamous for revealing his finisher on this season, the Saxtonation. However, this
Okay.
turned out to be one of the worst finishes in the history of pro wrestling.
Great defense now. Byron Saxton. Forward and back
In essence, it was a
It's
mix
not bad.
between the
It's not-
skull-crushing finale and the side effect, but Saxton couldn't decide which one to perform, so he changed his mind mid-move. It looked so bad that the camera had to quickly
Yeah.
cut
Yeah,
away
I'm
from
like-
Masters,
It was
who looked
two different
absolutely
moves.
baffled at
I was like, what in the world was that?
Because it looked like he was gonna do
Like twist his neck or something.
But what's the one where they put their leg in between them and they bring them back? And then,
I know
I'll
what you're
have to
talking about.
find
Comment
it.
down below, man. Chris Masters, one of my favorite toys I had growing up was the Chris Masters toy. I used to love that toy, man. I don't know
he's
why.
looking like, what?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Saxton was using a move that bad
Yeah,
as
he's
his
like-
finisher.
Man, that was so
Man
whack.
Striker rightfully summed up the move on commentary
See,
with the
'cause he was
infamous
gonna put
line,
his
"It
leg
was
in
ugly,
between."
but
Yeah.
effective."
I
Number
think
2,
Seth Rollins
Mojo
does
Rawley,
that sometimes.
hyperdrive.
I don't like that one either. But that's in the middle. That wasn't too bad, but it was like it didn't
Yeah,
definitely didn't look like it hurt at all.
no,
You could do
it
the
looked a little
Mo-
confusing.
Mojo Rawley hyperdrive.
Right.
That's right, baby, because we're just getting started. This was day one, and it's the beginning.
Mojo Rawley has attained a reputation for being a very annoying wrestler.
Mm.
The Get Hype gimmick is a gimmick that featured Mojo being overexcited for his matches in an
Oh, this one
energetic
might
and
take the
intense
cake.
manner. Well, we can't blame him for that. But despite this, his initial finish was one of the worst finishes of all
I
time.
know that ain't the finish move.
About to go from bad to worse.
Oh no. No, that takes the cake. That's the one. That's the one. Boy, that's one. That's one. We found it. We found it. Did he just back his booty up to that man's chest? No. How's that hyperdrive?
And then when he slams his butt.
That's the one, bro. That's the one. That is the one. I expect that from a lady wrestler, but from a dude, that's wild. Hold on.
Mojo would jump around his opponent whilst they were laying down in the ring, and then would proceed to jump and sit on their chest. Now, whether this was a callback to Earthquake during his days
no,
in the WWE
that is terrible.
using the Earthquake Splash,
Now that's terrifying. Like that's actually like I wouldn't even put that on this list because that's actually like I would be terrified if that dude was that big jumping around me like that, like getting. We're gonna run that back. Like that would make me quit wrestling. Just seeing this, just think of that. Like he's preparing. I'm like, oh my god, please no,
WWF,
please.
using the Earthquake Splash, his was a little bit more effective considering he was a 300-pound plus man. In Rawley's case, it wasn't quite effective. Luckily, he would retire the move after turning heel in 2017, where he would begin to use a running forearm smash, which suited him much better.
Right now, look out, boom!
That's better. That's way much better.
We need to see where he
Despite the
first
heel
jumps in the air. And
Yeah,
hits
we're
him
gonna
with his butt.
we're gonna run his all the way back from the dancing all that because
This was day one, and it's
that was the
Mojo
worst.
Rawley has attained a reputation for being a very
This one was
annoying wrestler. The Get
good.
Hype gimmick is a gimmick that featured Mojo being overexcited for his matches in an
But, yep, that's my
energetic and
son out
intense
there.
manner. Well, we can't blame him for that. But despite this, his initial finish was
Not
one of
the
worst
booty
finishes
to the
of
face,
all
bro.
time.
It's about to go from bad to worse.
Mojo would jump
Imagine
around
like that be your
whilst
favorite
they were
wrestler.
laying down in the ring, and then would proceed to jump and
That's
sit on their chest.
hilarious.
Now, whether this was a callback to Earthquake during his days in the WWF, using the Earthquake Splash, his was a little bit more effective, considering he was a 300-pound plus
This is
man.
a funny
In
one right
Rawley's
here.
case, it wasn't quite effective. Luckily, he would retire.
I'm
the
glad
move
he
after
changed
turning
that.
heel in 2017, where he would
He would've
begin to
never
use a
made it
running
with that.
forearm smash, which suited him much better.
right now, look out,
Wow,
a connection there by Mojo.
that was
Despite the heel
hilarious.
turn in 2020, Mojo reverted back to the original character, but we have yet to see the return of the hyperdrive.
Yeah, the
The
hyperdrive
majority
is
of
crazy.
WWE fans are hoping the move stays retired.
Yeah, facts.
And number 1, Veto.
Oh, it's
Pass
another
code.
Veto. Where we about to go with this one? I don't know where we. I don't know.
Another butt one.
Hyperdrive got number 1 in my book now. Now that's
Hyperdrive
fishy.
was funny.
Yeah, that
one
was
had
bad.
me- Oh no.
That one was
Oh
bad.
no.
That one
I
was
could
bad.
do hyperdrive.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's more like a shoot. Kelly should have been doing hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Shoot.
In 2006, WWE re-debuted Veto as a cross-dressing man. The idea would come from Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, who came up to Veto at a television taping randomly and asked him how would he feel about wearing a dress on television. Veto decided to accept the gimmick as he wasn't on television at the time, and he was worried that he would be released if they couldn't find anything for him
Dang,
to
that
do.
sucks. Put him in ultimatum.
Nice
Got
dress.
this sexy dress. You got it right, babe. How about me and you go out and get something to eat? What do you think, huh?
No.
Now,
No.
to Vito's credit, he became so dedicated to the gimmick that he wore it everywhere he went, including on his travels from town to town and country to country.
Wow.
Vito's finisher would involve Veto putting his opponent's head under his dress so that the face was facing his crotch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst one. Yeah, that's the worst one. That takes the cake. That is the worst one. I didn't think this was going to top hyperdrive, but that's sexual harassment. That's the worst one, bro. What? How's that a signature move? Look at that lady. Look at the crowd. They're like, what?
Did HR have nothing to say?
That's
No
what I'm
notes
saying.
about this?
Oh my God. You got to pay me some. That's crazy. Look at this man's.
He would then lock on an armbar and make his opponent submit whilst their face was impaled into his lower region.
Look at that!
Unfortunately, the gimmick wouldn't last too long, and Veto would be released in 2007 despite his...
Didn't y'all release that man? Y'all forced him into this gimmick. Y'all probably made up that signature move for him. And then y'all got
rid of him.
He must have really pissed off Vince McMahon.
Where is HR?
That's what I'm saying. That's worse than
Like,
hyperdrive.
did they have nothing to say about
That's
this?
what I'm saying.
That was bad.
Hyperdrive was the funniest, but that was the worst.
That was bad.
That was bad. He really put the guy in his head in the dress. Just teabagged him. And
I think this is the worst one.
that's the worst by far. That's the worst. Hyperdrive is the funniest,
Yeah.
but that's the worst.
Even Santino's is above this.
Yes, I'd rather have a sock with a fake snake on it. Act like I'm biting people.
No.
That's
How
the
many
worst.
matches did he have like this?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, this was a problem. They should have handled that accordingly. That's crazy.
Woo.
Wow, man. Y'all gotta know what y'all want us to watch next. Appreciate y'all. If y'all send me some birthday wishes in my comments, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. That's what I want for my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Wrestling is going to stay on the channel, so you might subscribe. It's your boy, Tris.
And Gigi.
Peace.